Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, June 14th. I'm up at 5. I got up at about 5:30. It's probably 5:45 right now. I'm gonna go and weed the garden because it got a little out of hand. So, with the chickens out with me, we moved the chicken coop again. I don't think I documented that. A lot has happened, so this video is going to be really hodgepodge together from old stuff from like weeks ago till now, June 14th. But I got to get a video up for you guys. It's been a long time and I'm super sorry. We have been wildly busy. I'm going to go through it a little bit in this video. I'll probably try and do it sequentially. So I'll have you let the chickens out with me and then I'll cut it to the oldest video I got, the oldest footage I got, and then I'll work my way up to today. And I'll try and put date stamps at the bottom of everything so you can kind of keep a timeline of where we're at. But we've done a lot this spring/summer. It's been crazy, crazy busy. I'm so tired. I need a break. I don't think I'm going to get a break until we go camping over the 4th of July week that I have off of work. So we're just going to keep pushing and pray that God gets us through it physically and mentally. So let's let these chickens out and then I will get on with the video. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, girls. Good morning. Hi, Big Mama. Who pooped an egg out in the middle of the coop? Girls, aren't these flowers pretty though? They just were growing in the middle of my giant wooded area next to my house. Good morning, girls. Good morning, Big Mama. Big Mama's got the missing feathers on the neck. She's had them for months and months and months, so that's just how she is. But we moved the coop in proximity to my house. It is now over here in this spot that we cleared out of the woods. It used to be over there, but now we have a giant building. And this is going to be super helpful for a lot of our garden stuff. Skid steer, lawnmower. We're actually probably going to plumb in the smoker's over there, you can't see it. Plumb in a smoker over there so we can smoke our meats and stuff year round without having to deal with wind and stuff. So that's what that is. It was my 4-year-old's birthday party, so we got to take down the tent and we built a trampoline. Just a lot has happened over the past few weeks, and I'm gonna share all of that with you, and then you'll have a garden tour of where we're at now. Scooching the ladies closer to the house, further from where they were. We got it rigged up, not so safely. Don't try this at home. Lives, are we moving the ladies? I'm gonna try and stick them right over there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and today we are up in my orchard. We're starting it. We've been trying to start it for the past few years, having not a lot of luck. It's just been kind of difficult keeping the trees alive, and I'll show you kind of what the struggles are that we have been having. I'll show you the trees we have now, some cool labels that I found on Amazon, the tools we're going to use, and we're going to pray for better results this time. So I'm going to flip it around and I'll give you a little tour. Okay, so for reference, my house is through the trees. This is up our driveway. Our driveway wraps all the way around, and you go out. Here's where my orchard is, in this beautiful open space that I've half mowed. The mosquitoes have been intense. So I'm gonna pull this back. This is where we have planted the past couple years, trying to get trees to grow. And this last year we were met with quite a bit, sorry, it's super windy, quite a bit of rodent, some kind of animal eating on it in the winter. So actually this one's coming back too a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna pull these up. I was surprised because this one came back quite a bit. Obviously they're many years now from giving us apples as opposed to where they were last year, but it's alive and that's awesome. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I still got to do some research. This one is a Honeycrisp. That other one is a Honeycrisp. And then these died 2 years ago. I don't know if drought got them or what, but they just ceased to thrive, so they don't grow anymore. Take one foot off. There you go. Ready, set, go. Oh, you did it! Jump.
You're in the ground.
Good job, Olivia. Okay, it is day 2 of planting and we finally got all the trees planted. Please don't, you should know this by now on my channel. I'm not like gonna be all dolled up and having the best hair in the world, especially when it's windy and it's North Dakota. So what you get is what you see. So we did get the last of the trees planted finally. We pulled up one of those trees that had the rodent damage. The other one had so much growth. And I was doing some reading online. I think I'll just leave it and kind of experiment. I'm going to cut the dead off and then I'm going to train up one of the side shoots to be the new main and see how that works. But we have them all planted. We need to compost and mulch the last one we just planted. My husband is down with the skid steer over here grabbing a little bit more mulch and the compost, and then we're going to do kind of a weird watering system because we're so far away from the house. I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the water is right there in that little nook of our house, right by the where the house meets the entryway. There's that's our water spigot, and our well is on the other side of that storage container. What we're gonna do is we're going to run a water hose temporarily through here, and then we're gonna keep a big water hose up here. And we just got this hook from Menards, and we're just going to hang the water hose on here. And then I'm going to put Super Thrive fertilizer in this bucket to water the last one we just planted. So I will do a little bit more videoing after the skid steer goes away because it's kind of loud. So we got the last tree furthest north composted and mulched. I actually think I'm going to purchase more mulch. This just isn't seeming like enough. Weeds are gonna grow up, grass is gonna grow up. It's pretty thick, but not as thick as I want it to be. One cool thing I found on Amazon, and I will link them below, is these tags. And you just write with a pen on them, and they indent basically. It's like an embossment. And so this is the kind of tree it is, and I tagged it loosely so that it doesn't, you know, restrict the growth of this, and I'll just keep an eye on it as the tree grows. But I might actually come and double up on this wire and reinforce it, but these will last for forever, for years, so I'll always know what tree is where. And that was the biggest thing that I was running into with these other trees that I planted, was I couldn't remember what on earth I had planted. So for this one, I actually have to make a tag, but I had just left the nursery name tag or whatever on it, Honeycrisp apple, and see, it's growing back, and I think I might be able to train one of these, or if I get lucky and this one grows, I can train it to go up. I didn't want to pull it out. It just had so much growth and it's got potential, so I didn't want to do that. But we got our trees planted and we're probably going to do more. We discussed doing them. I gotta fix the fencing. It broke down over the winter. We want to think of an alternative because this is just like plastic deer fencing. But what we think we're gonna do is come in diagonally from these trees and plant another tree here. Uh-oh. I hear crying. It's never good. Daddy's over there. Poor baby. I don't know what happened. So we're going to plant more trees here and have a nice big orchard. I'm going to run up on the road and show you what it looks like from the top. I'm getting a visitor. Kitty boy, you coming, buddy? So there's all the trees. And then we're just going to continue out and plant as many different trees as we can. Because we can share whatever we can't use. We can share or sell or do whatever with. That's kind of my goal. Here's a cool, sorry, mosquito, a cool find. These are choke cherries, I'm pretty certain. All these white bunches of flowers. I need a new camera. I got a cracked lens anytime I try and zoom. These are going to be choke cherries, I'm pretty sure, with the rounded leaves. Oh, the mosquitoes are awful. So I'll be able to come up here and pick choke cherries and make choke cherry jam. Beautiful sunset. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and today I picked up a ton of meat birds. Actually 24 more meat birds than I had anticipated purchasing. It's a long story, but we have 64 meat birds now. And I also got 5 more layers. So we are going to have 25 hens for laying. And we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure where I'm putting everybody, but this was just something I could not pass up when I went to our local hatchery. So big shout out to Woodbury Hatchery in Widmer, North Dakota. Big shout out. They're awesome hatchery. If you're local, highly recommend them. But let's flip this around and look at all the babies. Okay, they're in the back of my vehicle, and I don't want them to get out. I don't think they'll jump. They're brand new babies. Hi, look at all the babies. So these two, I think, were the ones I originally purchased. This little corner was my extras, and then here are the 5 extra layers I got. They're Loman Browns. Hi, little babies. Should we get you in? Let's get you in. So we are going to go figure out our brooder situation, because I did not anticipate this many, but thankfully my brooders are large enough. One sec here. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, since they marked the tops of the heads of the layers, because I don't want to butcher the layers, obviously. So I have 64 butcher and then 5 layers, which are the Loman Browns. She took a little marker and marked the top of their heads. It doesn't hurt them. It just keeps them differentiated. So I'm probably going to keep them marked. I'm going to like diligently mark them every day and make sure that I keep them separate until I can get these other girls out in the grass, because it's really warm out. Like in the next week and a half, they're going to be outside on the grass, and then that'll free up that smaller brooder that I had that I showed you in my last couple videos. So once that brooder is freed up, then I can swap these 5 out and keep them separate, and then the 64, I'm going to split them between the 2 brooders, and I'm going to go get that set up right now. You guys want to see how to set up a brooder? I'm doing it the same exact way as I did the last video, so go ahead and check that out. But we're going to get all these babies in the brooder, and I will show you the mass amount of birds we have. The most amount of birds that we've ever done on our homestead is 50. So we're 14 extra this year. But I guess this is kind of how it works with homestead stuff. A second garden that's bigger than it should have been, you know, more chickens. It's just homestead math. It's constantly addition. So let's get these babies in and I'll be right back. Okay, that's all right. We got everybody in their little homes, and I actually have 70, what did I say, 71? Yeah. So, yeah, 71, Olivia, 71 chicks, 5 of which are going to be layers, the rest are meat birds. So, what are we going to do, Olivia?
Didn't we
Is that
80
so?
Something though?
No.
I thought that's what Daddy said.
Let's see, hang on. I can't do math, so I'll do math and I'll update you. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on Thursday, June 1st. I'm out to quickly water my garden before I go to work. I have to get my little one up by about 6:40, get her ready, and then we head to town. Why are the mosquitoes out? We head to town about 7:10, 7:15, and then I have to be to work by 8. So we're out here with our coffee, and it is a gorgeous morning. I'll just show you, but there's a light fog and the dew is falling, and it's a nice cool in the air, but it's still warm out. It's still humid, but it's just gorgeous, and I'll show you. Could not ask for a more beautiful morning. This is my favorite view. So, we got the gardens completely planted. And let me tell you, it was a challenge. My husband and I spent 3 whole days over Memorial Weekend planting. And I will do a garden tour probably tonight when I get off work. But everything's planted except for my peppers and tomatoes. And then I'm succession planting my carrots. And then that's where the chicken coop used to be. And it's now corn and potatoes. So we have 2 gardens this year, and we might be slightly insane. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to get to watering. Right, kitty boy? Kitty boy. And then we're going to get to work. Just had to share this because it was too beautiful. I started watering, and I thought I should let the ladies out now rather than before we leave for work. So let's let these girls out. We need to fix that. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, girls. Good morning. Hi, ladies. Oh, look at that sunshine. Go find your favorite dust bath spot. Let me guess, Broody Judy. Sister, they aren't gonna hatch, honey. I know. Here go, ladies. I think they're heading to their favorite spot. Oh, don't eat the frog. Oh my gosh, she has a frog. Girl. Oh no, oh my god. You just killed it. Chickens are omnivores, if you didn't know. They will eat meat and veggies. Bro, you guys killed it. What the heck? Oh, he's still alive. You just broke his legs. You better come back and eat this. Oh, my word. Never a dull moment on the farm. Okay, Wednesday, June 14th. So, my youngest had her birthday party last weekend, and in preparation for that, among moving this giant building that you see behind me, the garden fell to the wayside. But I'm going to do a super fast garden tour for you and kind of show you the weeds in the potato and corn garden. Have a sip of coffee. Yeah, that hits the spot. Okay. And we'll get on with the garden tour. Before we begin the garden tour, we are prepping to put up the electric net and put the meat birds out here eventually. Temporarily, I'm going to have the little hens that we got, the 10 hens that we got the very first time. I'm going to put them in there for now. Then what I think I'm going to do is we're going to reattach the chicken run, to the coop, and then I'm going to put a mini coop, like a cheap Amazon 3x10 coop in there, and kind of let the juvenile birds acclimate with the ladies, the ones that I've had forever. So I have clematis blooming. There's two. There's one on the other side. But anyway, back on with the garden. So here is the broccoli and the cabbage. They are doing very, very well. I think I am going to come out here and throw some diatomaceous earth on that. They are starting to get kind of eaten up with bugs, and they will get destroyed as they start to bear fruit. So we'll see how that goes. Cucumbers, these were from cucumbers that I seed saved, and they worked on some, did not work on others. So I'm waiting to see. See, they're super slow germinating. I'm not sure what the deal is, but these are all cucumbers. I didn't want to grow as many as I did last year because that was entirely too much, but I do want some pickles. So here I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4 mounds of yellow squash and 2 mounds of zucchini. I just replanted that yesterday or the day before. My beans, though, I'm like super proud of this, and I think you guys will understand my joy. But these are the beans that I seed saved from last year's beans. So my seed saving method worked, and I'm so proud of that. But I did the square foot gardening method with a square foot planter. I'll kind of show you that again below, but those are all doing very, very well. And then I planted my jalapenos, and they're starting to grow a little bit. So I have a ton of jalapenos. All of these are jalapenos except I believe it's just these two and these two. So these are banana peppers, sweet banana peppers, and these are regular bell peppers. So those are going to be just for snacking, basically, not for preserving. This one is okra. My family all requested that I do okra. It did not germinate in some spots. Some spots are slow germination, so I'm kind of hopeful that we might get some fill in here. But then my husband's side that he planted, look at that. Like perfect germination. And you know, that's only because he's Southern. I'm going to give him that. That's the only reason. But the okra's coming up great. This one is cantaloupe. I had to replant that. There is one, nope, I lied. 1, 2, 3, 4 cantaloupe that came through. And so I replanted that. As you can see, we just retilled. The weeds got really disgusting bad in here. So we retilled where the carrots were supposed to be. Carrots did not work for me. I got to try a new method this year or next year, and it was just not good. So these are going to be the watermelon. I have one watermelon that came up out of all of these. So we went and purchased more seed, like new seed, because mine, I was using seed from a couple years ago, which they should have been fine. They're pretty much viable for years. You don't always have to go buy the sell-by package, or sell-by on the package. So I just bought some more, re-seeded and then watered. And then I have 3 rows that were supposed to be carrots. 1, 2, and 3. And I have no idea what to put in here. Maybe more, I don't know, maybe more zucchini. Might do some beets. We'll see. But garlic is looking good. I got 2 rows of garlic here, 2 rows of garlic here. And then I have onions. And they are teeny tiny. You can hardly see them. So whatever onions that I transplanted that did not live, because I started them from seed. I came back and put bulbs in the ground. Gross. I don't know why that sounded so gross the way I said bulbs. Anyway, tomatoes still need to get planted. I'm hoping to do that this evening. We did get some tomatoes in, just one half of a row. Oh, I just walked through a spider web. Yuck. And so we got those in the ground. And then I just am watering with the cone in the ground. They're orange cones that attach to a water bottle. And then you fill the water bottle, which this one, something's wonky with that one. So I got to try and rip that apart tonight and fix it. Tomatoes do not like their leaves wet at all. If you live in like more humid places, like in the south, they can develop something called blight. And I'm sure we can get that here too, but blight is very common down there. So I just put these cone waterers at the root, and the leaves were curled up and they're starting to uncurl. So they get to suck water as they need it. Depending on the time, 6:03. I might come back in and throw some more water in these so they have water throughout the day, but we'll see. I got to get over to the corn and potato garden because look at the potatoes. It's all weeds, you guys. It got so bad. Garden was super neglected for the birthday party, but your baby only turns 4 once, so you do what you can. But this is the main garden, and now we're going to head over to the corn and potato garden. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start work in the next 40 minutes before I have to go wake up my little one and head to work and daycare. But here are the potatoes. You can see where there's a potato. Here's a potato. They're in here. But all of this prairie bindweed, which is the #1 nemesis that I have, is this prairie bindweed. It's so invasive and oh, it's just terrible. So if anybody else has experience with prairie bindweed and has a good solution for it, I'm all ears, because I've tried the deep mulch method with straw, and I put about 6 or 8 inches of straw on the ground, and it still came up through the straw. And then it was just a mess, because once the bindweed goes on top of the straw, it just basically sucks it to the ground. And I've also tried deep mulch with wood chips, and it does the same exact thing. I can actually show you at the entrance of my garden. I tried it again this year. I put about 8 inches of wood mulch in my trellis walkway area. It didn't matter. It was so overgrown when I went in there yesterday. I just started ripping it, and it's still not clean. But last night my husband came in and he thinned all the corn. He sowed the corn and he thinned the corn. He came in and he just kind of dumped in the row. I made a trench, and then he just dumped the seed in, no measuring. And then we came back after it germinated, which kind of is a waste of seed, but we also aren't sure of germination rate. So all of it germinated. So we were thinning quite a bit, but he thinned it and then weeded it because it was looking just like this. And it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to try and weed as fast as I can and get as much as I can done before 6:30. Then at 6:30, I'm going to grab my watering cans and come and water these guys. And then I'm going to get my little one and head off to daycare. So there's our garden tour. When I plant my potatoes tonight, holy smokes, it's early, right? When I plant my tomatoes tonight, I'm going to take you guys along with me and kind of show you the little mixture I put in the ground before I plant. It's wood ash and some espoma, is that how you say the name? Espoma fertilizer. It's all organic, natural. And then I also do crushed up Tums in there. Potatoes love calcium. So crushed up Tums and some other stuff. I'm going to take a look here. So I'll take you along with me tonight when I do that. And right now I'm going to get my butt to work. Well, my morning weeding has come to an end, and it is time for me to go wake up my kids and get to work. So I'll show you really quick this planter that my youngest always picks out the flowers for. We planted them from seed. It's just red and pink cosmos. Man, the gnats are crazy. And they germinated super quick, so I'm hoping that we'll see some blooms here within a month or so. But I'll show you real quick, and yeah. There they are. She loves flowers, and so she thinks it's pretty cool. She gets to plant some flowers here next to the garden. So she pushed the seeds down in the holes, and then I watered it for her, and we check them and see how they're growing. And the look on her face when she sees that they've grown more, she goes, "Oh, Mommy, look." So I thought that was pretty cool. But those are coming along nicely. Um, I planted more clematis over here in this wood chip pile, and my chickens can still sneak in through here. They squeeze their fat little bodies through here just to dig in this wood chip when they have this whole yard and field that they could be digging in. They choose to come in this little tiny spot that I tried to keep safe and dig. But here's the deep mulch that I was telling you about with the wood chips, and that creeping bindweed still came through, which is why it's all messed up. Oh, there's my alarm. Time to go wake up the kids. And that's all I got for you guys today. So in the next few videos, we're going to be setting up our chicken tractor with the electric fence. I'll kind of take you guys along with that. It's like a Justin Rhodes style fence. If you are familiar with Justin Rhodes, he's very, very popular on YouTube. He does electric fence, electric netting, and then he puts his birds out to pasture with that. So that's what our plan is to do with our meat birds. And right now, our smaller juvenile hens that we have. So we're going to be doing that hopefully later tonight. I can video that, and that should be up here in a few days. Yeah, we're just kind of plugging along here, and after we get the garden under control, fully planted, and the chickens out, then we're going to begin working on our camper and our pontoon to get it ready to go camping. So I'll have a little bit of content, but not a ton of content. I'm sorry it's been so long, you guys, but man, have we been busy. So keep doing what you're doing. If you guys are gardening or new to gardening this year, or chickens, just keep learning, keep doing what you're doing. That's the best you can do. I mean, life is crazy, life is busy, but one step at a time will get you in the direction that you want to go. And if homesteading and being more self-sufficient is your goal, keep pushing, because it's totally worth it. And also know when to take breaks. I like to use rain days as taking breaks. So when it rains, I'll do a few things inside, and then I'll just sit, I'll relax, I'll read, I'll play with my kids, stuff like that. So I highly recommend you take rest days, because otherwise you will put yourself in the emergency room. So make sure you rest, but keep pushing. Push every day to do one more thing, to accomplish one more thing. It's going to get done. That's what I keep telling myself. That's what I'll tell you guys. It's going to get done, but you just got to keep pushing. One thing at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try and do too much. Make yourself a list, because I'm a list person. Make yourself a list. Pick your priorities and do one priority a day. Our priority is weeding the garden right now. So that's what we're focusing on. Once the garden is weeded. Oh my gosh, these birds are attacking my cat. And they just zoomed past my head. Once we're done weeding the garden, then we'll shift our focus to the birds, and then we will shift our focus to the camper. So that's my plan of attack. Keep busy out there, guys. I'm so proud of you if you're starting, if you're learning. I'm also proud of you for taking the step to gain that knowledge. Keep searching for knowledge. That's the best I can tell you. That's the only way that I've been able to do anything that I've been able to do. And I'm not like a master homesteading guru, but we're getting somewhere, and it's a little bit more every year. And I'm so proud of our homestead, and I'm so proud of my husband and I and my kids. We keep on pushing, and it's coming together beautifully. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.